For me, skiing is the feeling I have of like flying down a mountain and making a turn and throwing some snow up and feeling that cold, crisp air and just being outside, being in nature, being active like that. That's what I truly crave. My story with skiing all started right here in North Lake Tahoe, skiing at Palisades Tahoe. I was born in Truckee. My dad is a local doctor here in town. He literally set up his lifestyle and where he built his house so he could ski tour from the back door, up and over the mountain and down to the clinic here in the valley. And then after work, ski tour back home. And so, yeah, I grew up with that as my backyard. Super fortunate to have that as my playground. I could go out with my buddies, go shred the mountain, go explore the mountain, and also go like push our limits and push what we are capable of and learn a lot about life, a lot about skiing, a lot about everything. Growing up in that culture and also with the Olympic history here in Olympic Valley kind of set the tone. Having kind of our coaches that were teaching us, they were ex-Olympians, World Cup winners, Olympic medalists themselves, Tamara McKinney, Greg Jones. We were just skiing, having fun, but all of a sudden it started getting to the point where we would show up to races and be really fast and kind of snowballed from there into this amazing racing career that I've had for the last 18 years. So ski racing is probably the hardest thing you can do on a pair of skis. The time commitment, the focus, the dedication, it's just a full year-round job and year-round commitment. And especially when you get to the highest level, racing at the Olympics, racing World Cup, and I won a couple World Cups. I had a medal at the World Championships. I almost got a medal at the Olympics. Like I did it and I had a lot of success. We would be traveling, racing, training, physical therapy, going to the gym. We also didn't get to ski that much. Like when we're competing, we're trying to rest so that on race day, on that one run, we can push as hard as we possibly can. In ski racing particularly, like the margins are so tight. At the Olympics in Sochi, I think I ended up 5th place in the downhill, only a 1/10 of a second away from bronze medal and 4/10 away from winning gold. And so when you start looking at these margins, I think that track was like 6 kilometers long, 2-ish minutes. It was an amazing journey. It was an amazing part of my life. But that whole time I was also kind of always having this little conflict in my head because I truly passionately love free skiing and powder skiing and being in the woods and disconnecting from competition. Skiing for me is much more than ski racing and competing. There's one race, one venue that's kind of the Super Bowl of ski racing is kind of how we call it. It's in Kitzbühel, Austria, the Hahnenkamm Rennen downhill. And it's the gnarliest course, the biggest jumps, the biggest crowd. Legends are made there. It's the holy grail of ski racing. It's kind of the show. And so my whole career growing up, that was always the dream. Like get on the podium, win Kitzbühel. I had won races, I had been on podiums, I had done a lot, but that podium was still missing. I told my coaches in August, I'm like, I think this is my one goal for the season. Like my one goal, I want to show up that week in Kitzbühel firing. Yeah, I had the run I needed and I had a podium, had a 3rd place. My last chance, my last run down the strife, finally had that podium. It would have been amazing to win, but a podium feels like a win. And also ending my racing career at that moment, kind of with like a bit of a mic drop, I guess. I'm super stoked to join the AKOVA family. And for me, it was all about the people, the people behind the brand and like their vision and their passion for being outdoors and doing these activities and having the right gear. I mean, that was what did it for me. Also the fact that they're based here in Northern California. This is kind of like the birthplace of the brand and kind of their long-term vision of growing into every single aspect of like outdoor activities. Just bringing in more really good, solid mountain people. That for me, that's everything. Like there's so many brands out there that are based in other parts of the world that aren't really focused on that core mountain culture. And for me, that was really important. And I never felt like I was a racer or like a professional skier. I just would be doing this anyways. I love skiing so much. And I think if you hold on to like the passion of skiing, like just the fact that we get to go fly down a mountain on a pair of skis, like it's just the best feeling in the world. I love skiing and I'd be doing this no matter what. And it's a generational thing too. Like I'm gonna be skiing for the rest of my life. This is the ski racing part of it is just a small part of it, but I can ski with my niece and nephews. I can ski with my grandparents. I can go ski with my parents. Like I can share that for the rest of my life. And like having the skills that ski racing gives you will help you enjoy that for the rest of your life. It's just a part of it.